Hi everyone, it's Steve the Mentalist here, and welcome to my first video on Super Mario World. In this video, I'm going to show you where all the secret exits are located in the game. Basically, the secret exits only exist for levels which have red backgrounds. Those which have a yellow background will only have one exit. Not all ghost houses have secret exits, most of them do. There's actually two which don't have a secret exit, but I'll point these out as I come to them in the game. I'm going to try and play through the levels in the order you come across them. So the first one is Donut Plains 1. You want to play through the level until you get to a point where there's a green pipe on the floor and a green pipe in the ceiling like here. Now I'm going to show you a fairly quick way of doing it, especially if you haven't unlocked the green blocks from the green switch palace. You want to get a Yoshi and a cape here, run along towards where the exit is of the level, and you just glide up there towards where the key is. Now if you've already unlocked the green blocks, all you have to do is just run at that purple wedge and it'll allow you to run along the sides of the green blocks to where the key is. On to Donut Plains number 2, play through the level until you get to the area where there are 4 pipes coming out of the ceiling. There'll be 2 orange pipes and 2 green pipes. You want to ignore the 2 orange pipes completely, as well as the first green pipe. You want to get to the part where there's a second green pipe. You'll know it is because there's a flat platform that I'm standing on at the moment. You want to try and jump through the pipe. It's quite difficult if you're off center, so just be careful of that. You'll probably need 1 or 2 jump attempts to actually get through the pipe. You want to play through until you come to where there are 4 yellow blocks. Now what you can do is if you jump off Yoshi's back, you'll be some ivy appearing. Alternatively, you can just pick up the purple shell as I've done and fly up with a Yoshi. It really depends whether you're bothered about keeping Yoshi or not. And that will unlock the green switch palace, which you'll need a lot throughout the game. Onwards to Choco-Ghost House. Use this starting area, with the cape I might add, and fly up and above the ceiling. All you want to do is just follow this round to a door, which you'll go through, and that'll be the end of the level. Now those 4 blocks there, I think, contain 1-ups if you want them. At least one of them does, I'm sure. I didn't bother because I kind of wanted to get through the level. Onward to Donut Secret number 1. You want to play through the level again until you get to where this P-switch is. You want to pick it up and swim with it throughout the level. Now it's quite difficult to swim and hold an item, so you might need 1 or 2 attempts because of all the fish around there in particular. Bring the P-switch to where the keyhole is, and when you press it you'll be able to actually get under where those blocks were when they turn into coins, and if you hit that question mark box it will give you the key that you need for the secret exit. Now Donut Secret House is quite a weird ghost house. Play through the level until you see those coins which make the outline of the door, which is the normal exit for the level. Pick up the P-switch and you can actually fly up to the ceiling with it, and that's where the door is. I do it the normal way. You press the P-switch and 3 question mark boxes will appear, allowing you to stand on them. You hit the yellow block in the center and some ivy will appear. And this will take you to what I think is weird about the ghost house, is you come across a boss fight scenario against a Big Boo. All you have to do is pick up the purple blocks, look upwards so you can throw them upwards, and you hit the Big Boo 3 times. It's quite easy when you know where he's going to appear, or as I do, clearly. And all you have to do is make sure you always stare at the smaller boos where possible so you don't get hit by them. And it's only 3 hits to take out the Big Boo, and then you clear the level and you unlock the first Star Road area. Onward to Vanilla Dome number 1. Depending on whether you've unlocked the red switch will depend on what you should do. I'm going to show you what you can do if you haven't unlocked it yet. Clear the Buzzy Beetles and grab yourself a Yoshi and pick up the purple shell. Now all you have to do is fly up in that little alcove in the ceiling here to where the key is. If you have unlocked the red switch, it's actually quite straightforward. It just kind of forces you pretty much to jump up there, and you hit that yellow block and some ivy comes out and you can climb it to where the key is. Vanilla Dome number 2, play to the point where you get to this area in the game. Towards the right is where the end of the level is. Instead go left, pick up the P-switch, jump through those coins and then press it. That will turn those blocks into coins and gain you access to an area you wouldn't otherwise be able to get to. Pick up the key and then you want to try and maneuver past all these fish. I really I don't even know how I managed to get through without being hit. I was lucky, I guess. Probably should take out the fish first, it's a lot easier. Now, this vanilla ghost house is actually one of 2 ghost houses which doesn't have a secret exit. I just kind of paused the video on there just to show you. Vanilla secret number 1 now, and what you should do is you're supposed to use either a blue Yoshi and get a shell to get up to where that pipe was, or you unlock the blue boxes from the blue switch palace, jump off and get that way, but I do it a different way by just flying. Onward to Cheese Bridge area, sorry. You want to get yourself a Yoshi and a feather here for sure. Yoshi has a very good ability with these kind of buzzsaws in that if you land on one like there, you can jump off them. You take Yoshi with the cape and you jump off him just after the exit. I think if you try and fly over the exit, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that works. That will unlock the level to Soda Lake, and that will give you access to the other Star Road. Onward to Forest of Illusion 1. If you've got yourself a purple Yoshi, which you can actually get from the level I just showed there on Cheese Bridge, just pick yourself up a Koopa and fly to where that key is that I just showed you. I'm going to show you the normal way of doing it because it's not guaranteed you'll get a purple Yoshi. Get to the halfway point, pick yourself up a star, and jump past all these enemies. If you actually hit all of them, I really struggled to hit them for some reason. They'll give you quite a lot of lives. You run towards the end, hit that question mark box, and you'll get this P balloon. Now you just very carefully fly towards the left, avoiding that flying Koopa just before the key. And that will unlock the Forest Ghost House. Speaking of which, get to the point in the level where you find the P-switch and you'll cause this door to appear. This is all normal playthrough of the level, by the way. Now you'll get to essentially above where you started in the level. What you want to do is keep running to the left. You should ignore that first door. The first door is actually the normal exit to the level. You'll know it's the final door you want to go to if you're going to get to the start of the level, if you will. And also the secret exit will have that crescent moon. It's a bit of a pointless secret exit, it just takes you back to Forest of Illusion 1. Onward to Forest of Illusion 2, get to this point where there's these urchins that kind of go up and to the side, fall all the way down until you see this yellow block. Now this bit of wall here you can actually pass through and is where the key is. Many of you, imagine if it's first time playing, you probably wouldn't realise that, but when you do get the key, this will unlock the Switch Palace. Now, Forest of Illusion 3, again, this is a fairly straightforward, albeit kind of hazardous one. Get to the point where you see a large green pipe and there'll be a load of blocks lying around in the space of the level. Get to the second tall green pipe and go through it. And you should use Mario to break open those blocks, but if you jump on the Yoshi before you pick up the key, you can take the Yoshi with you if you want, like I just did. And you need to do that secret key because that's the only way you're getting out of the Forest of Illusion to get to Roy's Soul Castle number 5. Forest of Illusion 4 then, get to the halfway point and you want to aim for a purple pipe that's suspended in midair. I kind of got lucky and just flew up and happened to land on it. You'll know it's the right pipe because it'll have a P-switch above it. You get in by either flying up as I did or jumping off a Yoshi, whichever you find is easiest. Now, once you've cleared Forest of Illusion, you'll get to another ghost house, and this is the second and final ghost house which doesn't have a secret exit. Onward to Chocolate Island number 2, and I show you the full playthrough of this level because this one's quite unique in that whether you get the secret exit or not depends on how quickly you complete the level. Someone might be correcting me because I know there's different exits depending on whether you get amount of coins or points or something like this, but I always try and play through the level as quickly as possible. You can see here I've gone through the first 2 screens of the level in 25 game seconds. And if you get to a point where there's loads of these guys throwing baseballs at you, then you've reached the secret exit of the level. All you have to do is just follow the level round to where the key is on a pedestal, and that's the secret exit done. Onward then to Choco Island number 3, which will be unlocked after you kind of do this very weird loop to the pipe to another level. Chocolate Island number 3 then, you'll get to this point where there's 3 signs telling you to basically to go up. You can either use a purple Koopa with a Yoshi and fly up there that way, or use the cape, whatever's easiest. And you basically don't want to hit that first normal exit, you want to kind of fly under it, or not unlike Cheese Bridge in a way, but it's slightly easier than Cheese Bridge was. Valley of Bowser number 2, I just show you here while I'm doing the level, there's actually a secret block that if you hit on this far left you can get a feather, in case you haven't got one. And also if you hit that block, it will give you some wings so you can get a purple Yoshi and clear the level normally quicker. Once you get out of that maze of the moving platforms, you just kind of run and fly up above the ceiling and you get to the key that way. You can also use a Yoshi and jump off him that way, whichever you have. Now, Valley of Bowser Ghost House, you want to get to where the P-switch is, press it, and you want to run all the way to the right. Having the star helps in case you come across any ghosts. You don't have to have it, I just find it a bit easier. If you run all the way to the right and go for the door, you'll get to this area with the P-switch. You want to pick up the P-switch, don't press it just yet, and you hit this question mark box and some coins will come out which you can direct into a ladder. Now, I often have problems with this, sometimes I have to try this 2 or 3 times, and basically you kind of don't really know where you're going with it. So you see here I've kind of just gone underneath it, but if you do that, that's kind of advantageous. You can just do a crouching jump and go through the hole that way. Sometimes it'll actually go through the hole and deny you where the key is and you have to start the level again. Onto Valley of Bowser number 4, get to the very end of the level just before the normal goal. You need a Yoshi to be able to get that key through the side of the blocks, but that's all you really need to do. Just play through the level pretty much and just don't do the normal exit. Now, to finish off, I'm going to show you the Star Worlds. The Star Worlds are different in that if you take the normal exit, it'll take you back to the nearest star anti-clockwise, and the secret exit is the only way you're going to progress anywhere. What you want to do is just use the kind of screw spin jump, whatever you want to call it, and aim towards the right hand side. Now what I'm going to show you is actually a glitch you can do. So you see there I randomly kind of went all the way down and shot off the bottom of the screen and died. What you have to do if you want to try and do it yourself is when you've got the feather and you're unlocking those blocks to your left, if you jump and go through them at the same time, you'll basically just kind of phase through them quicker than the game can handle. Star World number 2 then, you get to the bit where there's a pipe at the end of the level, you just go under it and swim underneath it. I use a Yoshi Baby because it makes it a bit faster to do, but that's up to you, you don't have to do that, but the star really helps in that level. Star World number 3 is arguably one of my favourite levels in the game because it's just as quick as that. You can do it in about 5 game seconds or so. I've never really timed it. But all you have to do is either get the Lakitu's cloud and climb up that way. You'll have to do it without using Yoshi if that's the way you want to do it, or simply just have a cape and a Yoshi and fly up as I did. I think the way I did it is a lot quicker myself. Star World number 4, the final penultimate second exit in the game, sorry. You want to get yourself a purple shell or a purple Yoshi, whichever really, and fly low to this area in the game. You'll see some red and green blocks, and that will outline the way to the key. You need to make sure you have the cape or a shell there so you can open that final block. Now this actually is the final secret exit of the game. What you should be doing is, with a purple Yoshi, pick up a Koopa and fly upwards to the ceiling towards the exit. Kind of what the game plants to try and help you up there is a ladder not unlike the Ghost House in Valley of Bowser. You kind of direct where the coins go and you hit the P-switch and they become solid blocks. I think that wastes a bit of time, but I show you in this video just for the sake of completeness. Instead, I'm going to kind of jump and fly up there with a shell with the purple Yoshi. I just got lucky there, I should have made more blocks ready to move across. But you can see here, when you get to this area where there are loads of yellow, green, red and blue blocks, you'll know you've hit the right place. To get under that block, unfortunately you'll have to get off Yoshi and kind of do a crouch running maneuver like you saw me do. What I didn't realise when I started filming is I actually could have kept Yoshi and just jumped up a bit later, where there's this long green pipe coming from the ceiling. But that's the final secret exit of Super Mario World. That star warp will then take you to the fairly hard star levels, which I'm going to do in a separate video. Hopefully everyone who's watching, that's kind of helped them find where all the secret exits are. There are one or two which are notoriously difficult to find. I certainly found that when I first played through Super Mario World anyway. I've been Steve the Mentalist, thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned for my next video on Super Mario World.